Hi there again. Today we're actually doing our second family movie review video. And this is the first movie we're going to be reviewing. Again, we're going to rate the movies as 1 thumbs up, this movie's good. 2 thumbs up, this movie was awesome. A thumbs down, this movie was bad. And 2 thumbs down, this movie was horrible. Here's the first one we are going to be reviewing today. It's a special edition of a movie called Good Boy. Now this movie, I did not think was that bad. It's one of the year's best family films. And it actually was pretty funny with all the dogs in it and stuff. Pretty funny movie. The dogs come from outer space and come to Earth and are like, they start talking and stuff and acting like they control the humans and stuff like that. This movie I actually did not find that bad at all. Of course, it's not as good as some of the other movies I've watched, but it's pretty entertaining. It says you'll sit, you'll stay, you'll beg for more. It had some pretty cute dogs in it and lots of special features on this one. And this one's rated PG for some mild, crude humor. And this edition comes with lots of extras and fun stuff. And the movie, altogether for being funny and entertaining with all the dogs and such a great storyline and everything, I'd give this movie a thumbs up. This movie can be easy to find online. It might be hard to find in the stores. But it's a newer movie. It's not one of those old 80s movies. So, check it out if you have the chance. Now, this movie I found pretty entertaining also. For those of you who like watching funny action comedy movies that are specially designated towards families. This is an awesome family movie that me and my kids watched together. The movie's called Wild Hogs and it has Tim Allen, John Travolta, Martin Lawrence, and some other guy who I've never heard of. And this movie was really, really funny. It's actually about these, they're like dads and stuff. They're like weekend warrior guys, and they decide to act like they're tough, and they go out on all these motorcycles, and they're like, whoa, we're living the life. But then they run into some biker gang, and they get real run down and chased after. My kids were laughing. They were like, Dad, that's you in a couple years. And I'm like, oh, really? Do you want to plunge my toilet again? But, it's a really nice movie. It says 4 guys, 2,000 miles, how wild can it get? Since it's entertaining, not the best movie, but it's pretty funny, I actually give this one a thumbs up. Let's see here. Yeah, so Tim Allen and John Travolta and Martin Lawrence and some other guy who I don't know about. It's a really funny comedy about these guys who think they're tough, who hit the highway on motorcycles and have tons of funny adventures and mishaps. This is an awesome family movie. I already screened it for everyone. Just because it says PG-13 does not mean that any of the stuff is necessarily in it. It has lots of bonus features and it's great for the kiddos if they want to be tough and watch a movie like that. It's also great for you too. This is an awesome movie. I give it a thumbs up. And the rating, drum roll please. Oh, it's only PG-13, just as I thought. There is some crude and sexual content and some violence, and that's nothing. But, it's a great movie. You can find it pretty easily, probably not in the store since it was made a little bit longer ago. It's not an 80s movie, I don't think. I don't know, but it's a really great movie. You should check it out. This one's thumbs up also. This movie, I cannot emphasize or tell you how much I disliked this movie. My wife was screaming, my kids were screaming, my whole family was screaming. This movie was the most boring and pointless movie I ever watched. Heck, I only got like 10 minutes into it and I had to turn it off. I was like, I am not going to sit here for, 2 hours? 2 hours of my life and watch a guy get turned into a rat. Okay, the guy doesn't even get turned into a rat. So this movie's called Rat. And do not mind what the reviews say about it. It completely sucks. It is the most boring movie you'll ever watch. He might be furry and live in a cage, but he's still our dad. Oh, you know what? They can go screw themselves. This movie is the worst movie I ever watched. I give it 2 thumbs down. First off, you think it's going to be funny because it shows a rat that's drinking beer on the cover. You're like, oh, you got to watch that. That much for funny. But then, as soon as you turn the movie on, it's in London, and it's playing classical music. And then you're like, I thought this was supposed to be a comedy. Oh, no, it's not a comedy. It's a boring film. I say it's so boring. A guy is at a bar, he's drinking one night, the next day his wife's like, oh, he turned into a rat. but you don't even see the guy turn into a rat in the movie. Then it's a weird white rat sitting on a chair, and the lady's like glaring at him. She's like, "Eat your breakfast." And they're just like, it's sitting there. The guy doesn't even turn into a rat. It's so boring. Oh, this movie is 2 thumbs down. I do not recommend it. It's probably so bad you probably haven't even seen it before. So yeah, this movie, I mean, it traumatized my kids. I'm just saying that. It's rated PG, and it's for some language and brief nudity. Brief nudity for PG? Not happening, folks. This movie was 2 thumbs up. This movie is called Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and it's played by Matthew Broderick. This movie is the funniest movie you'll ever watch. Well, I can't say that, but it's really funny. 2 thumbs up. It is a really good movie. This movie is about a guy who gets his way out of school, and he has a whole day off. They ditch school and take a journey through Chicago. They twist and shout their way all through town while staying 1 step ahead of their principal and Ferris's weird sister. This movie is so funny. Look, there's the principal guy. He says in the movie, like, "I got you right where I want you." And then he thinks it's Ferris Bueller, and then the lady turns around. It turns out it's a lady with a boy cut who looks like Ferris, and then she punches him. It's such a funny movie. It's great for kids. This movie was made in the 80s. It is such a classic. It's so funny. This should be on the top of your movie list if you haven't already watched it. You're supposed to save Ferris. Huh, that's so funny. And he has a friend. His friend's name is Cameron. And his friend's like, "When Cameron was in Egypt land, let my Cameron go." This movie is rated PG-13. It does not say why it's rated PG-13. I screened it for everyone. It's a great movie. It should be on the top of your next watch list if you haven't already watched it already. You will laugh from this movie, and you'll think it's hilarious, just as I did. I rated it 2 thumbs up. Now this movie, I cannot stand. This movie is called The Sound of Music. This is a new one by Carrie Underwood and all these other weird people. And I could not stand it. Okay, first of all, I cannot stand musicals. So I don't even know why I tried watching this movie with my kids who wouldn't even watch it with me because they thought it was going to be so bad. I was like, well, it's a new movie. It was on sale for like 99 cents. And I was like, might as well watch it. It was terrible. I give it 2 thumbs down. The whole thing is just singing and singing. Then you're like, it pauses for a moment. You're like, what's going to happen next? And you're like, more singing and singing and singing and singing. I give it 2 thumbs down. It's so boring. It's too classic. It's rated G. This movie, I mean, if you like music, then you'll probably like it, but I just did not like this movie. This movie just did not do it for me. I don't think it's a good family movie. Get your kids something to actually like Ferris Bueller or something. Because this movie is not going to cut it for the family or for anyone else. So I advise you to not watch this movie because it's just a bad movie. Now these movies, aside from Rat and the other Sound of Music movie, these are for sure to please your family. I rate these movies 2 thumbs up. These movies were so funny. It's called Vacation, 3-movie collection. First you have National Lampoon's Vacation with Chevy Chase. Actually, all of these have Chevy Chase in them because he's the dad in the movie. And they'll have Barbara D'Angelo because she's the mom in the movie. And the kids are different in every movie, but oh well, you know. But they're so funny. I think the original one was made around 70s or 80s. The other one was made around 70s and 80s. Vegas Vacation might be a little bit newer. But these are timeless, hilarious comedy classics. If you have not heard of these movies, please watch them. It's about this crazy family who decides to go on different vacations. In the first one, it's really funny. They meet their cousin, Uncle Eddie, and they go on a wild ride through their car and through the country, and it's so funny. They fly over cliffs. And in European Vacation, they wreck Europe, and so many funny things happen in it. It's like Clark Griswold. In the first one, they're trying to get to Wally World, which is an amusement park. But then when they arrive at the amusement park, it's closed. And then they somehow get on the rides and have a good time after all. It's so funny, be sure to watch it. And European Vacation is not as classic as the first, but it's still funny. They go through Europe and they literally demolish it with their crazy family. And in Vegas Vacation, the whole crew decides to hit Vegas, and their now teenage kids are actually start winning cars and stuff. It's so funny. And their mom sees Wayne Newton and she's like, oh, isn't he so great? But then the dad thinks different. He's like, oh, I don't think so. Yeah, but this movie's so funny. It is a classic. Let's see here. The first National Lampoon's Vacation is rated R. It doesn't say why. The European Vacation one is rated PG-13. And the Vegas Vacation one is rated PG-13 for sensuality, language, and thematic elements. That's not bad at all. I screened it for all the kids, and I think that they will love these movies. I give them 2 thumbs up completely. These are the best funny movies to watch if you want to watch a crazy vacation with a crazy family and everyone. Also see Christmas Vacation, another movie in the series by National Lampoons. This one is a 3-pack collection of movies from the Ernest series, which was, these were older, probably from the 70s or 80s. I'm guessing 80s, but that's just my guess. Don't listen to me. But the first one, Ernest movie, is Ernest Goes to Camp. I give all 3 of these movies a thumbs up each, because they were kind of entertaining and kind of funny, but not just like, you know, I want to laugh all day, or this movie is really great. But I give them a thumbs up. I think they're pretty funny. Ernest Goes to Camp was a funny movie all about camp. They did some funny stuff with kids. Ernest Scared Stupid was about a Halloween goblin or something trying to take over the whole world. And Ernest was like, ah, somebody help me, ah. But then he didn't. He kind of got help. He kind of didn't. They were trying to outrun him. It was funny. It was a funny Halloween movie of Ernest. And Ernest Goes to Jail was actually a movie about Ernest going to jail. There were some scary people in jail, and they were like, you're not getting out of there, Ernest. And then he like gets brain shocked at the end of it. Some really weird stuff happens in it. They're pretty funny, classic, funny movies for people. And they are rated PG, all 3 of these movies. They're Ernest movies, are pretty good. I rate them thumbs up. And they're a good movie to watch if you're bored or want something new, or just like the Ernest series. Now, I'm sure all you guys have heard of this movie before. It is called Benji. And lots of people are saying it's a great movie. Well, I do not agree. This movie came out in the 70s, and it is pretty much 2 thumbs down. The quality is really poor. The graphics are not even like the cover. Actually, I think the movie was originally made in black and white, and it's been restored. It's such a junky movie, and it's so boring. The dog literally goes around town doing the same thing every day. Then one day some kids get kidnapped, and then at the end he barks at the bad guys and he scares them off, and it's such a boring movie. Do not waste your time on this one. They make the cover and everything look good, and they say, oh yeah, family favorite. If they say family favorite, that means it's a classic, it's gonna suck, it's boring. It's literally the dog doing the same thing over and over and over again for like 2 hours. Most boring movie of my life and my kids' life. And it never ends. It really never ends. And it's just, you know, so lame compared to the so much better movies there is out there today. And it's just a really bad movie. I mean, it's rated, I think it's rated G or something. I don't know. It just pretty much sucks. That's all I've got to say. I don't recommend this movie for anyone unless you like watching boring dog movies with a dog doing the same thing over and over again with some stupid soundtrack playing the whole time. And nothing interesting ever happens in the movie, just letting you know. My kids stopped watching it halfway through, and I fell asleep during the middle of it. Now, I don't know if you guys have even heard of this movie before, but this one stars Eddie Murphy, and it is called Meet Dave. It says, he's a spaceship and out of this world. Well, this movie was so funny. I give it 2 thumbs up. You think, what's so funny about that? It's just hilarious. This movie is hilarious. And it's not that he's clumsy, shy, or dressed for disco that makes Dave Ming Chang stand out from everyone else in New York City. Instead, he's an alien. More accurately, he's an alien ship on a mission to Earth to save his own planet. Torn between the voices in his head, a tiny alien crew led by a miniature version of himself, and the world around him, Dave struggles to appear normal. This is a cleverly conceived comedy with plenty of laughs for all ages. It is PG with some bawdy and suggestive humor, action, and some language. But I say, I cannot stop laughing. There's one part that is so funny. He goes to Old Navy, and he's really weird. He's like an alien, weird guy. And he's like, the person welcomes him to Old Navy. She's like, welcome to Old Navy. And then he goes around the whole store and starts saying to everyone, welcome to Old Navy, welcome to Old Navy, welcome to Old Navy. I could not stop laughing or catch my breath in that part. It was so funny. I give it 2 thumbs up, and this is a great movie. If you've never heard of it, be sure to put this on your list to watch movies. It's appropriate for all kids and all ages, and I hope your family finds this one as funny as me and my kids found it. This is a must-watch movie. Definitely a good one to watch. If you would like more videos involving movie reviews or whatever you like, whether it's RC cars or horses or just funny stuff and videos we've made ourselves using animation, just let us know and we can do anything you want for you. And like, comment, share, and subscribe, and have a nice day. And I hope you enjoyed this movie review and that you'll watch some movies that we've recommended for you. Goodbye, folks, and have a nice day. Take care now. Bye-bye.